Foreman.
Oh, yeah, I'm Nick.
With Smokey, yeah.
And I'm Ripper, and that's Mike.
What's up? I'm Johnny Stojive. Peace in your crease. Next to me is some bald guy named Johnny Bristol.
The inspiration I would definitely say was, you know, like probably anybody in my age group and maybe even younger at this point, was seeing the works of the Henson Company, you know, the Muppets, the Fraggles, Sesame Street, Dark Crystal, Labyrinth. I was raised on that stuff, so that definitely was a huge inspiration to want to do it. Some of my earliest memories are playing with Muppet dolls and Muppet puppets, and then of course cartoons. Like every kid, I was obsessed with Woody Woodpecker and Tom and Jerry Looney Tunes. You know, I was interested in film, I was interested in entertainment in general. You know, sung in bands, did comic book art, you know, things like that. And putting it all together eventually led back to the idea of being a puppeteer. And in my early 20s, I said, how hard can that be? And I found out very quickly how hard it can be. But I enjoy it. And that's kind of where it began. Really was probably around 22? I don't know. Somewhere around there, it was like, you know, I think I can do this, and I started learning how to build puppets. As a child, it was when I went to see the Muppet movie, when it came out in '79. It was the first time I went to a movie theater and walked out going, wow, people actually do this. It hit me walking out of the movie theater that this is their job. They play with puppets, and they make the Muppets. And I was like, I want that to be my job. Again, because I always had ideas for, like, I could do these characters as puppets. I had met this gentleman named Russ. We had very similar interests, though, in a lot of things, and we were talking about Muppets and puppets and music and film, and we started talking about doing this. This was in 2002, and by December, this was in September, and by December, what's now known as Elmwood Productions was laid into plan. So it was going to be me and Russ, and anybody else who wanted to help us at that point. I was making the puppets and writing the scripts, and Russ was the tech guy. He was filming it, editing it, helping write the stories and the scripts. And by the following summer, we had started production on a series called It's Late Enough with Plink. And that was essentially our, like, we call it high school. And we started writing and creating a movie called Josh and Todd, The Story of a Man and His Puppet. Like 2002 was Russ and I making it the reality, and then 2003 was when it became a full-blown machine. You know, a filmmaking, puppet-making machine. You know, and then, you know, within 3 years, I'd say, yeah, by 2006, you know, our first episode of See the Vampire was out there, and things started really coming together for us. Steve is this guy right back here. I don't know if you can see him, but he's a vampire who became a vampire somewhere between 13 and 16 years old. We never really made a specific date. He got bit. He's a vampire, so he's stuck looking like a teenager. Because of that, that's where his adventures come into play. His mother's a senile old woman who still thinks he's a teenager, you know. She hasn't grasped the fact that he hasn't aged in 10, 15 years. You know? So he still lives in the basement. He can't get a job. He looks too young. He can't get a license because he can't go out during the day. So his life is pretty much stagnant. And the concept of the whole series is his troubles with women. So the whole point is Steve is just living his adventures as a vampire. And he learns that there's a whole world of monsters out there. Like throughout the show, he meets a werewolf, a witch, more vampires, of course.
You can only pour some liquid. Yeah, behind you.
Alright, just put the chainsaw in front of his face. No, just put the tip right in front of his face.
When do I yank?
The tip right in front of his face. In front of his face. There we go. Alright, ready? We got one shot right now.
Who's the puppeteer with the other string?
Ready? Rolling. And action.
It's his adventures, and how the whole series came to be is Russ and I were in my old studio working on puppets one night, throwing ideas around there. And Steve's like, Steve's loosely based on the way Russ looks. But Russ blurts out, I have this great idea. Dave the vampire lives in his mom's basement. And I'm like, I don't like the name Dave. Just didn't want it to be the character's name. And he's like, okay, Steve then. Steven the vampire lives in his mom's basement. And I wrote it down. I still have the notebook that I wrote it in. We always have fun. Even when things are stressful, we're cracking up. We'll fight and argue as a crew, not just Mike and I personally. But as the group, we'll get into it sometimes because you want to make the best thing possible. And everybody has their own ideas. But then 2 minutes later, we're laughing. I think that's really important. That's one of the most fun.
I'd say how well we play off each other. How we can pretty much read each other's minds even when we're on camera.
It's like being in a band.
Yeah, a lot.
We laugh a lot, tell a lot of jokes. We get out of control sometimes. There's coffee, beer, pizza. We just have fun.
Huh?
These are some of the Elmwood puppets.
Yeah, we're puppets. Wait.
I thought they were the puppets.
Yeah, these guys are the puppets.
Yeah.
We're the real things. That's a real cat. That's a real kitten. I'm a real poet.
Yeah.
I'm a two-fisted madman. Poet and a madman. Yeah. So what's up, Smoke? How you been?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your old lady?
Well, she's got a boyfriend again.
Wait, your old lady has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Ripper.
It's not me.
Oh, okay.
Because I have it really tight, so otherwise when you pull back, you come out of it, and then I have like just your body.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
So
fine.
look, I'll try and do it the whole line, and then I'll do another shot otherwise.
Okay, so that's good right there.
Yeah, and just like her take on the story, and just turn up at the last.
I think Tugger's trying to screw the line. Well,
So that's Ripper. He's in the Animal Behavior Show. So is Smokey. And I'm in Josh and Todd.
Yeah.
So you should watch our stuff on YouTube and stuff.
So Ripper, how do you get prepared for a part?
Well, lots of milk, lots of push-ups. That order, actually.
How do you do push-ups?
My hands. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4. Get it up.
That's all I can do, really.
You little guy.
Yeah.
But you, Johnny, what do you do on your time off?
Drugs? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a two-fisted madman. I like to drink and womanize. And I write poetry. Would you like to hear a poem?
Sure.
If you're ever alone in the dark and you hear something like a fart and you know it wasn't you, just hold your breath real tight and get it out of the room because I was hiding under the bed waiting for views. Yeah. Poetry corner, ladies. Well, guys, we're out of here. See ya.
Bye. Watch our
Bye,
stuff.
Watch our stuff
Bye.
YouTube.
Bye.
Elmwood Puppets Productions.
I love you! I love